Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Milo and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tiny tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Milo will come home with his very own training equipment, and Rich is going to instruct you on how to use it properly during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, Milo is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking, and the command is Milo, heel. Milo, heel. Now at this point, Milo has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you. Head up, walking nicely at your left, not forging ahead or lagging behind, not eating things off the ground, but focusing on you and focusing on matching pace with you. Each time that you stop your feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking at home to your potty spot, that's how he should walk to his spot. And then when you get to the spot, you can release him, let him go to the bathroom, and then he should walk back home like a gentleman. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a one-word command to stay. Your long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 30 seconds, slowly working up to 3 minutes. You can practice indoors as well as outdoors. When Rich returns back to him, he goes counterclockwise all the way back around him. He stops at Milo's shoulders, and at this point, your puppy expects to get another command. Milo, heel. Rich heels him out of that exercise, and they start walking again. But everything is done at your pace, your time. And you can see that Milo enjoys performing these commands with Rich. His tail is up, he's happy, he's wagging. Rich is going to leave him in another sit stay. He walks out to the end of his leash and he turns to face him. He lets him hold it so that he's understanding what stay means. And this time, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to demonstrate the come on command. Milo, come. He should come right in and he should sit. And if you notice, he's not using his mouth, he's following his commands. And as I told you when I spoke to you on the phone, we never, in the beginning, approached the aggression right out of the gate. We started out doing commands with him, kind of teaching him, you know, you're going to have to do what we ask you to do. We're going to ask nicely, but you have to do it. Then we introduced, you know, food and things like that. So this was a process, and he's done really, really well. There's your sit stay again. You're going to lengthen that out, time and distance. And this time Rich will call him again. Milo, come. Comes right in and sits right in front, teaching him to keep all 4 feet on the ground, because like we talked about, he's going to be a big puppy. Rich praises him, gives him a little pat on the head. You don't want to get him overexcited with the praise. Rich talks to him to keep him motivated. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your series of down commands. Always have your puppy seated first. Rich is going to take his left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. And again, these exercises can be practiced right inside. You don't have to go out in the cold to practice your obedience. Put your video on, work right along with it. Your long down stay, you're going to start out at about 45 seconds and you're going to slowly work up to 5 minutes. Again, when Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him. He stops at his shoulders because if he keeps going, Milo would get up and walk with him.
Milo, heel.
And then he gives him another command. So everything is about teaching him to have self-control, maturity, respect for you. And Rich will demonstrate that down from a heel position again. Puppy seated first, left open palm, straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. Rich turns to face him, has him hold it, and he will call him out of this.
Milo, come.
Right back into sit position, and back to heel, and back sitting. Good boy. Now the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is you're down from a distance. He's done a really good job. I think you guys are going to be really happy with how well he's done. He's going to leave him in a sit stay. He's going to turn to face him. He's not going to go the full extent of the 6-foot leash. He's going to use his right hand to give the command to down and stay. And again, with that command, you're going to lengthen out your distance, how far away he will allow you to get and still go down. Now, we have demonstrated for you all of Milo's formal on-leash obedience commands, and he's done a really great job of showing off for you. Rich is going to go over everything tomorrow that you need to continue to live a happy life with this guy. He's got a ton of potential. We've enjoyed having him, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.